Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, or stellium. Someone rising or stellium, yes. Alright, let's do your reading. If you want a private reading, the link to that is in the description box, okay? We have incense burning, so it smells good, but it's kind of like in my face today. Look. Anyways. So, let's see, Scorpio. Cat hair, I'm telling you. I can't moisturize without getting a ton of cat hair on me. Scorpio, let's see what we have for you. Okay. Are you coming out or not? Okay. I did glimpse at the card that wants to come out, which is the Star. You know, someone sees you as worth it, but too much work, too much effort, too much hassle. So you could be, I mean, I don't know if you're dealing with this person or not, but this person comes across as lazy, wants easy things, easy life, easy living, easy lifestyle. And you're not easy, are you? Because I see that this person really likes you. They want something to happen between the two of you. But at the same time, they're like, yeah, but it's too much work. It's too much effort. It's too hard. Okay. See, they don't want to put in the work to being in a serious connection with you, but they still want to be part of your life. You know, I feel like this person is thinking, how do I reduce Scorpio's expectations or standards? So they are lazy when it comes to action, but they are not lazy when it comes to manipulation and the games and the BS. Because I see that this person is thinking, how can I lower your guard? How can I lower your standards, lower your expectations so that I have access to you without having to put in the work and the effort to giving you what you want. So instead of like, you know, sometimes people, you know, they realize this is too much work, so I'm just going to go find someone else. No, you don't have someone like this here. You have someone here, this is too much work. How can I humble you in a way, or reduce your expectations, or reduce your standards so that I have the access that I want without giving you what you want? What kind of fucking deal is that? Does this person not know that they're dealing with a Scorpio? Do they not know that they're fucking with a Scorpio? This person is the sneaky type. They are not the type that are going to negate your standards or kind of argue about what you consider, let's say, bare minimum. Instead of doing that, they will be sneakily passive-aggressive, dropping comments here and there. Because I see them getting close to you as a friend. So it's almost like this person, I don't mind being friend-zoned, or I don't mind being rejected, or I don't mind being not considered as someone that to be taken seriously. It's an access. They want any access to you. So if you are friends with this person, or keeping things professional, or keeping things like light between the two of you, yeah, Yeah, it's not because they wanted light, it's because they have access through that light interaction that they have with you. So let's say you friend zone this person because they do not satisfy your standards, or they do not, meet the requirement for you. This person's like, yeah, okay, let's just be friends. No problemo. When really, what they really mean is, okay, through the friend zone, I will still have access to you. I can say this thing cleverly, probably to try to manipulate you in a subconscious way or in a passive aggressive way. They are the type of person that will drop hints and comments, and they'll be like, oh no, I didn't mean that like that. Or it's a joke. I'm just joking. So if you were to confront them, it's like, hey, why did you say it like this? Or why did you say that? They'll be like, oh no, you misunderstood. I didn't mean anything by that. I'm just joking. You know those types of people? Too cowardice to actually say what's on their mind. And they play dumb games like that. That's what you have here. I feel like this is a warning, but it almost feels like there's more. It's not just warning you, I feel like this is going where maybe Spirit is trying to tell you something on how to deal with them, like advice. Yeah, I see that you should confuse this person. Never give them a straight answer, or never give them a clear answer. Never give them yes or no, black or white. Give them gray areas. Give them a maybe. Give them I don't know. Give them. It's almost like Spirit wants you to confuse this person, because the confusion will not allow them to calculate, to make moves with you. If they really don't know what you want, or they really don't know what you're thinking, they really don't know what's going on in your energy, in your brain, then they will not know how to deal with you. Because imagine, let's say, someone is trying to manipulate you. The first thing they will do is to try to understand your weak points, your strong points, what you consider like a fragile ego. They want to see if you have a fragile ego, or if you are emotionally unstable, or if there is like a weak point, trauma that they can play on. And that's what this person is trying to gather on you, or is gathering. Because in knowing these things, they can then, say things that could get to you, but not in an obvious way, so that when they say something, it will linger in your mind. Do you know what I mean? So Spirit is telling you to confuse this person. It doesn't matter if you want to keep this person in your life or not. I mean, if I were you, I would just get rid of them. But if you do, for some reason, want to keep them around, you need to confuse them. Now, even if you don't deal with this person, maybe you need to confuse them even if they are stalking you. Because there is a chance that this person is stalking you. Because they are collecting data on you. Collecting intel on you. So even if you're not currently dealing with this person, still confuse. For example, if you're posting something, let it be confusing. I do that sometimes for my stalkers and trolls. Sometimes I will post things just to confuse. And when I say confuse, I'm not talking about what I do here. I'm talking about socials, as in, when people stalk you to try to get a glimpse into your mental state or your emotional state. I will post shit just to confuse people. You know what I mean? Or for example, when people stalk you to, get a sense of where you're going, what you're up to, locations and stuff. I will post things that have taken like a month ago or years ago. Do you know what I mean? Like confuse. I feel like Spirit wants you to confuse this person. I don't know if this is like encouraging you to play their dumb games, or if it's in a way a protection and defense mechanism against this person. Because it feels like they are not the type that wants to give you what you want. They want you, but they don't want to give you what you want in order to earn you. So what they would rather do is try to manipulate and change you, or at least try to change you, so that they don't have to comply with your requirements, terms and conditions. Okay. One of the reasons why this person doesn't want to give you what you want is because they don't have it. Whether this is something emotional, mental, spiritual, romantic, they don't have what you want. And so this person's thinking, how can I get around that? Oh yes, by removing what Scorpio wants, so that what I don't have will not become a problem. So let's say, for example, you want this person to be loyal, and it's a stupid example. It should be the standard, really. Should be the basis, or it should be the base of things. But let's say, because it's honestly, people these days, they think loyalty is a unique act. But let's say you are looking for someone loyal, and this person is not capable of being loyal, or they're too dumb to understand the concept. And they're thinking, well, that's something I can never be. Loyal, what is that? So instead of working on themselves to be loyal, what they're going to try to do is to remove you wanting loyalty. Remove the idea of you wanting a loyal person. Now you might ask, how do they plan on doing that? I don't know. But you're dealing with someone that is crafty. You know, we have the Seven of Swords here. This is not someone that should be underestimated, even if they look like a dumbass. Even if they act like a dumbass. This person is the type of person that is clever when it fulfills their need, or they're clever when they like to be clever. They probably play dumb because sometimes it serves you to play dumb. So probably they play dumb because they are the type of person that believes it is easier to ask for forgiveness rather than permission. And I always fucking hated that quote, you know. Yes, I mean, I would agree if you know, when it comes to, I don't know, breaking the rules, especially if the rules don't make sense. But when it comes to partnership, romantic, friendship, whatever, yeah, you should not be like, ooh, I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna ask for forgiveness rather than permission. Do you know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense when it comes to intimate connections. But, for example, when it comes to work, government policies, I would encourage you to do what you think is right. And it will be easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. I mean, to some extent at least. You know, you can't be killing people and then it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I killed that person, I'm sorry. You know, I mean, not that you would need to ask for permission to kill someone. But that's what military do, right? It's like, I've had an order to kill you. It's not me. I don't have anything against you, but I'm gonna kill you because I was ordered to. I have the permission. Anyways, going back to this idiot that is very smart, okay? You know, this person is consulting with friends that share the same mindset. So they could be talking to people that are like the same type, if that makes sense. I mean, you know, sheep flock together. Sheep? Is it is it sheep or birds? You know, like it feels like they are surrounded by people that have the same mentality, or at least similar mentality. Why is the incense making like performing doing too much, right? Look at that. What are those? Anyways, so it feels like this person is consulting with others. It's like, hey, what do you think I should do, Scorpio? And their friends or whoever this is are like, no, do this instead. Trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. Do this instead. No, do it this way, or do it that way, or yes, 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 that will work. So they're being encouraged here by someone or some type of friends that they have around them, or people that they consider friends. They can have Taurus in their chart. You know, I feel like this person is privileged in some ways, whether this is money, looks, or, you know, maybe they are the type of person that always gets what they want. And if you are the type of person that didn't give this person what they wanted, they have a problem with that. Maybe it hurts. Maybe it hurt their ego. What do you mean you don't want to deal with me? You don't want this? What do you mean? So they're kind of triggered. Okay. And maybe you appear as a challenge, Scorpio, which kind of adds to them wanting you. Honestly, like sometimes people want the things that they cannot have just for the sake of the thrill of it. You know, just for the sake of the challenge. And the moment they get you, is the moment they're like, okay, I got what I wanted here. I'm done. All right, bye. Right? I feel like this person either comes from a privileged background, like a home or a family that gave them a lot of things that they wanted without any effort. Or they come from they think highly of themselves, that they think everybody should just bow down to them and worship them. Because it feels like they think highly of themselves. It's like, how come Scorpio didn't fall for me? How come Scorpio didn't want me? How come Scorpio created boundaries with me? That doesn't happen. That's not how it goes. And so they're kind of offended by that, which is also motivating them to become hyper-focused on you, which is not a good thing, especially if this is someone you don't want. And I feel like they're not going to try to change your mind by changing. They're going to try to change your mind by changing your mind. Not by saying directly, hey, change your mind for me. No, they're gonna try to manipulate, play games. If you friend zone them and you keep them around, they will use that. They will use that to their advantage, whatever access they have to you. Even if you don't really give them direct access, even if it's online. This is why at the beginning we talked about how you should confuse this person. Because in confusing them, they will not know how to strategize against you, or, you know, strategize when it comes to their mind games and manipulation tactics. I feel like Scorpios do that anyway. You know? Scorpios are blessed with the skill of confusing the shit out of people. But hey, maybe you need to be reminded. You know, I'm gonna predict something here. This person, I'm gonna predict something here, okay? Especially if you are the Scorpio that we just mentioned. Like, if you are the type of a Scorpio that will not fall for people's bullshit, and you will see it a mile away, right? So, I'm gonna predict something here. It could happen. They they will try to change you, and end up changing themselves. That's what's gonna happen here. They're going to fail to change you, which will result in them changing themselves, even on a subconscious level, without being aware of themselves changing. That's what's going to happen. That is my prediction of this. They will try to change you, Scorpio, and they will end up the one that changes. Because their focus on you is going to actually result in them changing. Especially if you don't fall for their bullshit, or if you don't fall for their games, or if you confuse them, like I said, and it will result in them kind of not knowing how to get to you. Do you know what I mean? So this will result, I predict, almost like 90%. The outcome here is probably them changing rather than you changing. We have strong Taurus energy here. They must have Taurus somewhere. I would say big 3 or stellium. Okay. I'm going to pull you another message, Scorpio. The second message is for Scorpio extended members, but I'll give you a preview before we take it there. And you know, I've had people asking me in the comments, like, can we reverse roles? Can we reverse roles? No, you can't. It's either your reading or it's not. Okay? You do not reverse roles on this channel. I'm sure there are other readers that do that. I've seen people do that. Reverse the roles as you see fit. No. Unless I tell you, I'm not sure who's who, because sometimes I tap into the overall energy of the connection or the situation rather than specifics. Unless I tell you, you know, I'm not sure who's who here, then you may reverse the roles. But if I address you and I say them, you cannot reverse the roles as you see fit. That's not how I roll. Okay? And people wonder why they are fucking Delulu. It's because you always put yourself in the good person section. You always put yourself in the victim section, right? Because not all my readings are like on the side of the viewer. Unless I address you as the cross-watcher, don't be crossing roles. Do I look fucking confused to you? I will address you. When I say you, it's you. When I say it's them, it's them. When I say cross-watcher, it's cross-watcher. Okay? And Scorpio, it's not like directed at you, but I've noticed yesterday we've had a lot of people thinking that they can reverse roles, apparently. You cannot. You may not. I guess you may, but create your own Delulu somewhere else. And I will literally block people for that shit. Especially the ones that encourage it. Because I've seen people say, yes, you can reverse roles. Yes, absolutely. Bitch, who the fuck are you to speak for me? First of all, you must be new here. Anyways, let's pull you your second message, Scorpio. Let's see. Wow. Scorpio, Scorpio, you have a soulmate here. And you know, I feel like you are aware of this soulmate, but nothing is happening or not enough is happening. The soulmate of yours is going through possibly some type of an awakening or challenges in life. I mean, we all go through fucking challenges, but that's what this person is going through currently. And they are kind of trying to find the footing, their footing. They're trying to organize their life with you on their mind. So in a way, this person is thinking, I feel like you both are aware of each other, because it feels like this person is thinking, I need to get my life together so that I can have a life with Scorpio. Look it. Tell me how this makes you feel. Baby, look it, okay? So, they want to be with you. But I do see that this person is going through a lot of shit right now that has been repeating. Okay, this is not their first rodeo. Meaning that this person is going through the same mistakes or repeating the same mistakes. And this person is realizing that I have to change. I have to change my life. I have to change the way I think, or I have to change because they are forced to change. You could be the force. Because sometimes people realize that they need to change their life because for the sake of another person. Now, I'm not saying that they are changing for you. They recognize that they need to change if they want something with you, because they've had, I feel like this person is realizing that they've had enough of this lifestyle that they spent years just living through, making the same mistakes or repeating the same mistakes, doing the same dumb shit. And they're thinking, it needs to stop. I need to take my life more seriously now. Let's see where this goes in the extended. The extended link is in the description box. I'll see you there.